Football Power Hour. Winning it again for Manchester United.
It would help if I was not on mute. Welcome, everybody. Hopefully, you can hear me and see me clearly. Maybe you're watching this after the fact because it's an impromptu stream. My name obviously is Vegeta, you know. Am I not live? Strange. It says I'm live on his channel. Sorry about that, people. Like I said, this is an impromptu stream. Hello, doctor. Not sure why I'm not live. Let's see. It says I can view. Let me just do it on my phone. This is gonna ask me for access that I just don't have. Let me check. Football Power Hour. Yeah, it says I'm live on Bots' channel. Stephanie, shout out to you. Where am I live on for you, Stephanie? Is it on my channel or are you seeing me on Bots' channel? Oh, wait, let me actually fix a few things because I'm so annoyed. I didn't even check to see if I'm using the right branding or not for this. Let's actually fix that. Let's fix that. Then if people want to come on, you guys can let me know. I will. It's this one. It's this one. No. Why does this thing always do this with the layouts? Yeah, it's fine. Like I said, it's an impromptu stream. We're here for a good time, not a long time. Of course, look, I'll give you guys the opportunity to say what you want to say. We'll do it a bit differently. Usually, when I bring people on, I do it as a group if you want to join the stream, but I'll give people individual opportunities. If there's still time, we'll do the tier thingy to rate the game or the players rather. You guys will do the actual ranking because my head is gone with regards to these people. So you guys can actually do the rating. And whatever the majority says is the rating, we'll go with that. There's no in between, there's no A plus, A minus, it's A, B, C, D, F. You choose. Now, let's talk about yesterday's game. Stephanie, you just got here. Where are you going? Where are you going, Stephanie? Come back, Stephanie. Jokes. Enjoy your New Year's. Why? Let's do this actually. So the background is right, but it won't let me choose the bot layout. Why? Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Yes. Now we're within. Now we are within. Cool. You know, I was just on KG's channel now, and even when I was sitting in the back of the, hang on 1 second, people. Sorry, guys, my kids are playing in the background. It's my fault for starting this stream on the 31st of flipping December 2025. You're gonna have to get used to saying 2026. But anyway, like I was saying, I'm very frustrated, and the combination of my frustration is between Man United, the entity, and the shenanigans going on there, but also the fan base, because I'm so sick and tired of the hold that I told you so, I'm a scholar, I know best, you were wrong. Like all of these hollow victories that people want to have over each other in the fan base. I don't know if there's a secret 3 points menu for saying hold that. I don't know. People have to educate me, you know. Because I feel like people spend so much time on those conversations. We never end up actually talking about the actual issues we saw in the games with the club, etc., etc. So how this is gonna work is I'm gonna break down my frustrations, analyze yesterday's game to the best of my ability as much as I can remember, because I tried to delete yesterday from my mind. I couldn't deal with it. Um, oh, looks like my food is on its way here. So at some point, guys, I have to stand up because I've got food. So let me rather actually add the link so that somebody else can come in and they can rent when the food eventually gets here. It's actually why I changed the stream. So Man United, right? I'll get to the fans. Although I think I did a pretty good job covering my frustration at the fans. Personally, personally, and I have to keep saying this personally, this is my opinion. Your opinion may differ from mine, and it's fine. I'm not in the business of policing people's feelings, people's opinions. I might ask questions because I want to understand where you're coming from in terms of your opinion, but I'm not in the business of telling you how you must feel and that you must align with my feelings. Because, like I said, I just feel like these are hollow victories that people want to have over each other to show that, I don't know, are you the best fan in the land? Maybe that's the competition that's going on here that I'm not aware of, right? So, yesterday's game was such a complete waste of time. And a part of me almost wished I went to bed because I had to get up early today to do stuff. So I could have gone to bed, watched the highlights, and I would have missed nothing. For me, yesterday was the epitome of what life has been at Man United since Ruben got here. Whether people believe it or not, like that statement or not, or think I'm crazy or not, that's up to them. But yesterday, and you can say, oh, injuries, you can say um AFCON, but Man United has been playing that dreadfully since this guy got here. He gets a few wins, and we're just supposed to forget the shenanigans since he got here last year, November. So it's well over 12 months now that this guy's been here. Not well, but just over 12 months that Ruben has been here, right? And it's sad because as much as I don't believe in Ruben. If you want to say that's Ruben out, that's fine. When he changed things and went to a back four just to see, and it worked for like a half, I want to say for 45 minutes. It's kind of weird why this guy would then default to the default settings that have been hurting us. Because with his system, a lot of people have had to play out of position to try and make it work. And it's not working. It hasn't worked. So him trying a different approach was refreshing. So yesterday was just more nonsense, more validation that I don't believe in this guy. And I'm not going to pretend to be positive for the sake of it because that's some sort of prerequisite to being a good fan. So if I'm a bad fan, if I'm a glory hunter because I'm not positive about the manager, cool. I'm trying to understand why we want to sell every single player at Man United based on their performances, but we can never judge Ruben on his performance as a manager at our football club. I don't understand why Ruben is untouchable. I don't understand why, to break this supposed cycle, we need to persist with somebody who is so stubborn in his ways. Change seems to be something he's not on board with. Okay. As much as we want a long-term manager, that whoever that person may be, even if it's Ruben or somebody else, these people still have to win games to be the long-term manager. And I don't understand why, because people's answer to what I'm saying is, also you want to keep firing and then in a year's time we'll be here. I'm like, yeah, if we're here in a year's time and the other guy's failing, they're failing. I don't understand what's so hard to understand about. If it's just like a football player, if the football player is not doing their job and we put them on the market, it's a result of them not doing well. Maybe in another life they're doing well and a bigger club like Real Madrid wants to buy them. That's fine. That happens. But if we're selling them because of underperforming, that should also apply to the manager. Okay. I don't care if it's player FC. I don't care if you're manager FC. You should be Man United first and foremost and only. Okay. And if either party is detrimental Those people just have to go, okay? And I don't give a damn anymore about this cycle. If this cycle is affecting you so much, I'm sure there are teams who have long-term managers right now. If that's where your head is at and that's what you want to do, there are um, managers that you can support in other teams. But me personally, I don't know what we're expecting to change. Like, is Ruben staying going to miraculously improve performances? Is he gonna all of a sudden have different ideas? Is he gonna want to try those new ideas? Because what I'm looking at is somebody who seems to be doing his internship at a club that he shouldn't be interning at. If he needed an introduction to the Premier League before making the step up, there are other clubs for that. He didn't have to come and do it at Man United. And other teams don't have the spotlight and pressure that Man United have. So he could have done his experiments and adjusted to this league. And maybe he moves to a different team. Maybe he moved to City because apparently Pep wants to leave. Maybe he moves to Liverpool because Slot maybe would have been fired. He does. You can't afford to go to our football clubs, the clubs that I'm mentioning, and want to intern for us. And I don't understand why it's okay for people to be okay with that, to have somebody. And even his experimenting isn't really experimenting. It's like he took it personally that the four at the back worked. That's what it felt like to me. It's like he changed it, it worked, and he took it personally. Also, I don't like the lack of emotional intelligence that Ruben has. He just fluctuates with his emotions. He sees something, he jumps quickly to make a change that affects us negatively. He like it doesn't make sense. He struggles, and then I almost quit my job. Wha- I can't imagine being in a relationship with somebody who's that temperamental. Like when the oceans and waves of life come, you want to leave. I I don't know. That's not somebody I want as my manager because you were never coming to a good situation to begin with. I don't know what this expectation from him was coming here to say stuff happened now I wanna quit. Then quit, bro. Don't threaten us with quitting. Quit. And then we move on because the world does not revolve around this guy. And I'm sick of him. I'm so sick of seeing him. I'm so sick of hearing from him. I'm just sick of this guy. Okay? I'm sick. With that being said, doctor, can I ask a favor? I'm gonna bring you on. My food is almost here. So whatever opinion you have, feel free. It's gonna take me about 2 minutes to collect the food and then I'll be right back. Hello, doctor.
Okay. Yeah. Hi. How are you?
I'm all right, thanks. How are you doing? I'll be right
I'm
back.
fine. Okay. Go
You
ahead and
talk to the
I'll
chat.
give my opinion. So I will talk to the chat. Um. Hi everyone. We're here today. Honestly, what Vegeta said wasn't totally wrong. I mean, the manager's totally stubborn. One of the most stubborn men I've ever met in my life. But another that can happen, and then also another thing can be true, these players are trash. And I feel like we've known these players are trash for a while now. And it's just what I feel. And also, we're in a kind of revolving circle of, do we still want to fire this manager and still go through a revolving door of manager after manager after manager? Because we've been 10 years, seven managers, nothing. We've won in the Europa League, we've won the FA Cup, we've won the Carabao Cup, but we still haven't done well enough in Champions League or in the Prem to be able to say we are Manchester United. We're still banking on, we're losing to Bournemouth and the Brentfords, and we're drawing with West Ham and Wolves, and it's actually very, being a United fan is just so hard. That's one. Two, after watching, I don't even want to give player ratings because, as I said, I think my rating is they're all trash. Um, Two, yesterday I feel like Sesko is just hitting the bar and hitting the bar and hitting the bar. I feel like, what are you doing at this point? I know you're trying, but what are you doing? Oh, hi, Veggie. So you're back. Uh,
Yeah.
So I was just saying, my player rating for the entire team is trash. Well, except Sen Lammers, except Sen, because he kind of saved us. Because if we had lost to Wolves, that would have been a
Oh,
different level.
that's even worse. My head would have been on Pluto.
And the thing is, yeah, I'm actually not surprised we drew. I'm actually not surprised with you because United, we're going to do this. You just played them 2 games ago or 3 games ago. And you're telling me that without Bruno, without Mason Mount, without Ahmad and Wemo, you can't win this game. Cunha, what the hell? You've been at United for 19 games, 20 including the Grimsby game, 25 including pre-season. So what the hell? And you're playing your former team and you can't score a goal. You've played
Unbeat
with
the
half of
defenders.
the you've played with these defenders and you can't tell me you don't know their weaknesses. Hi, Women's Right Initiative. Hello. Anyway, like I feel like I keep on complaining about the same thing over and over again. The manager substitutes, the manager making a mistake, or Sesko constantly hitting the bar, or Sesko constantly kicking it straight to the goalkeeper. Kick it straight, kick it to the top left, kick it to the top right, kick
Anyway,
it
but at the keeper, really.
around. What? Into the people. I ended up not talking because on KG's channel because I was tired. I was like, you know what, let me leave
I,
and come here.
I couldn't even get a word in, and that's my
No,
problem.
because
You know what?
they're crackheads. They're
You know what the
crackheads.
biggest problem I had with that stream, Doctor, right? The
What?
first two callers, they actually spoke about the game, right? And funny enough, I think one was a Chelsea fan. I don't know. The other one was an Arsenal fan.
Oh, yeah.
We get to Man United, and the conversation is about a player who's not even on the pitch because
No,
people
do you
want to
know
be
why?
right.
Yeah, yes, but then again, I understand because why he did that because some people who were calling in like to make it seem like Bruno is just straight trash, and he eventually would have spoken about it, but it's just this fan base. Oh yeah, our other problem. This fan base is just toxic as hell.
Mm,
It's like just because Coley said it perfectly, and I'm going to try and say it the way he said it. It's like
go for it.
because Ruben, they hate Ruben, and they don't have a reason to hate him, or they want him out because they just want him out. They're gonna use the fact that something about Bruno not being there as the reason why we lost, or something like that. It was whatever he said. I feel like I'm really fucking up what he said, and it was perfect. I feel like we have to go back to KG's channel and watch today's stream. He
Don't
says it
worry, I'll check
perfect.
it out, Doctor. I just lost my head because
Yeah,
I
I
just feel like
totally.
Man United fans lack focus. Like, guys, I can understand all these factional fights for Bruno and the manager, but we're not focusing on what happened yesterday. We're not even trying to talk about this because every time we speak to each other, it has to be, I told you so. We never have a time to just speak about the problems. We didn't speak
Yeah.
about how Ineos didn't plan
Oh
for this season properly because
no,
you're getting rid of players. I understand, like the manager
it,
doesn't want these guys, but you're also leaving us thin. Technically, that's your fault. That's their fault, in my opinion. The
if
fact
you
that
go back.
we had academy kids on the bench.
No, this is perfect because if you go back in the beginning of the season, I think it was at the end of the. I feel like everybody's mentioned it. Quite a few people mentioned it. Mimi said it. Rajan said it. I've said it. If you go back to my stream specifically, I spoke about the beginning of the season. I went through every single um position we had, and I literally stopped at midfielders, and I was like, if Bruno and Mason Mount get injured, we're done for. What happened? What's happening right now?
And you know what's crazy
And
about that statement, Doctor? Bruno's a surprise because he's always ever present. He said so himself.
yeah,
But are we surprised that Mason is injured based on
no,
his time with Man United?
no.
So then
And
why does Ineos and Ruben not plan for that when they're making
I don't
signings?
know. Do you know what I think it is? I feel like Ruben probably asked for somebody else and they just didn't go for him. They were like, oh, that's enough. You have enough. Because it's business.
And that's what we
And
should have spoken about as part of the problem.
yeah, oh, definitely. Fine, but
Yeah, because I've
we're not.
given them glowing reviews. So I would like to talk about the nonsense and the fuck up they've done. How long are we into the stream? I hope we're not demonetized on
20
versus
minutes.
channel. But like
Well,
it's the stuff up because Mbeumo, Ahmad, these people are African players. You know
yeah,
that
they're
this
going to
tournament is
AFCON.
coming. It's not a surprise. We knew it was
Yeah,
coming, and I don't even
yeah,
work for Man United. So when you're making these strategic moves to get rid of, we got rid of Rashford,
yeah.
Garnacho, and I'm not saying we need these people back, by the way,
No.
because Man United
Yeah,
fans hear different things. But we got rid
exactly.
of all of these people. Sancho, we got rid of option, whether we liked people or not. We got rid
Yeah.
of them, and I think we bought into the idea of one game a week too much because we forgot there's a Carabao Cup, we forgot there's an
There's a
FA Cup,
FA Cup.
and there's a December Christmas period. As much as it's been one game a week, the games have piled up because we're
Yeah.
in the halfway period of the season. So they failed to plan, and that failure is biting us. So that's the ownership side of it. But oh my word, Ruben doesn't help himself. I don't understand
At
this man,
all.
doctor. I
He
don't
wants to
understand
get
him.
fired at the end of the season. At the end of the season, depending on where we are, don't be surprised if we hear that he's fired. And I'm not gonna be surprised. And also with that, don't be surprised if Bruno is also gone.
I think Bruno's going. I think that was the point of, the interview before Rio's interview. I think
Yeah,
Bruno's just had enough of a club that doesn't match his ambition as a
yeah.
player.
And watch him go and get a Champions League somewhere else. And people will start glazing him. Oh my God, he's the best, and he's this, and he's that. We should have never let him go, and this, and that. And I'm like, guys, you guys were just cussing him out like last week. And and I've said this before, and I'm gonna say it again.
Mhm.
To the people who said just bring on the academy boys, we need them, yeah, and now they're like, oh, they're trash, they can't play, and yada yada yada.
Those poor
This is
kids,
why
though.
Ruben said they're not ready.
I
When
felt
Ruben
so
said they're
sorry
not
for them.
ready, and you were like, "Oh my God!" and people were like, "Oh my God, Ruben should have never said that," and whatnot. And are you seeing? They're not ready for the senior team. They're not ready for men's team physically. You know?
Yeah, no, I felt sorry for those kids. This is not the conditions you want them to be making debuts because I feel like even if you're underperforming, I think there's a level of underperforming where kids can come in. For instance, when Louis Van Gaal was here, we weren't playing great football, but it was still a good enough environment, and we still had the right players to introduce kids like Rashford and whoever else. Whereas
Yeah,
now
we
the
still
senior
have the
players are
culture.
flopping, so you
Oh
kind of
yeah,
shrugging off the responsibility from the
onto the
seniors and you're
yeah.
trying to dump it onto these kids. It's not fair. And we
I
can
tell
refer to the class of 92, but those kids in 92 also had grown-ups that they could turn to and
they
rely
had
on.
so many. They had they played with some of them played with Eric Cantona. Imagine having an Eric Cantona like personality in the changing room, on the pitch, etc. Like you would up your game,
Yeah, again, that
you
I think
know?
that falls to the club. You need to build a
Yeah,
senior squad for kids to come and play in.
and honestly, the one of the few people that I think is kind of like that in the changing room is Bruno, and I feel like if he stays, it's not because of the senior team. He'll probably stay because of the academy. Because he knows if he leaves, probably some shit is gonna happen. You know. So I don't know.
Well,
It's There's a lot of things that's problematic. The
it's
manager,
looking
the players, Ineos, etc.
it's looking very sticky. But the one reality that I also want to bring to United fans, Ineos and the Glazers are not going anywhere. It's not jokes.
Oh no.
So when people keep saying we won't do anything as a club as long as those guys are there, guys, you have to accept that. So you're either gonna choose to support Man United or find your peace elsewhere. Those guys spend billions to be here in yours. They're not going anywhere. Okay, unless the sheikhs pull out the purse strings and save us. But it's unlikely. So all I'm saying to fans is, in that case, we have to look at which other departments can we change. Maybe we can change the CEO. That's realistic. We've seen Dan Ashworth get fired. Maybe we can change the scouting if the scouting is letting us down. Although I feel like the guys they've brought in know what they're doing. It's just up to the CEO and everybody else involved in the decision making to also come to the party. Because we've often heard that the scouting department has always had an eye, but they don't get listened to. So what I'm trying to say is there are places that can change.
We could have gotten so many players, but then again, we could have gotten them. The thing is, would we have utilized them the way they should have been utilized?
Can I be honest? In hindsight, I think there are managers post Fergie that needed to get the time that Ruben is getting.
Oh yeah,
and I know that it's an uncomfortable conversation because people will say you're rewriting history or whatever. But guys, I think there were guys that had the right idea, they just didn't have the right backing because they had flipping Ed Woodward and Richard Arnold who didn't know what they were doing. And I know we get angry at Barada and them, but at least at the core of it, those guys, in my opinion, are football guys. And if you have personalities like Jose Mourinho, Louis van Gaal, and I think even to a degree, Oli, because Oli, out of everybody, is the only guy who understands Man United football. If you want, he's the, in my opinion, what I think back, he's the only dude that played a brand of football that I'm used to when it comes to Man United.
Yeah. But because he played in it. If he played in it, it's like when for the 4 games he coached, what's his name? Van Nistelrooy.
Yeah.
He played because he's played in United. He knows what to do, and to be honest, I only think he was brought in because they already knew they were going to fire Ten Hag. So he came in knowing he was going to be the caretaker for till they got Amorim. And I would much preferred if he caretaked all the way to the end of the season, then brought in Amorim.
Yeah, I just think we've missed the beat with some of the guys that have gone to other clubs, like Hansi Flick. Even though his football is very, very dangerous because of the high line.
No. Do you know what? If Hansi Flick was in United, we would be fuming. As good as he's in Spain, I think he should just stay there.
You know what, Doctor? I think we need senior people like him who've kind of failed and succeeded before. Because I feel like Ruben is not familiar with what's going on right now. This level of pressure.
Technically, Ruben should have been doing championship football before he came to Man United. You know, the Enzo Maresca kind of person. Because Enzo was in City, then he went to what Leicester City, right? Or was it one?
Oh, he was in the championship. Forget he managed.
He was doing well. So, but it's all full of shoulda, woulda, couldas. I mean, I've said this before and I'll say it again. It's all full of shoulda, woulda, couldas, and what hindsight is a very interesting thing.
It's brilliant. That's what I'm saying. I look at it through the lens of what has transpired, and I'm like, okay, when we backed the players with these managers, this is when we should have backed the manager. But right now, let's be honest, the managing department or coaching, in our case, and the players is both crap. And if we want to get rid of the players, we should also be willing to let go of this guy. Because for me, I think they both crap. Both of them, personally. If you're favoring Ruben or the players, you're losing because they both crap.
But the thing is, if I feel like also, I said earlier, if Ineos is probably looking at it in a business kind of thing, they already renewed Ten Hag's his contract, then fired him halfway through the season, paid him and his team out, and then now they're like, maybe we cannot afford to fire this man. We'll take the losses. And because we're in fifth position, right now we're in sixth or something like that. Um,
Yeah, we're
they're like, we're
sixth. We're
still,
tied on points
yeah,
with Chelsea,
with
if I'm not
Chelsea.
wrong.
They're like, oh, it's better than what we were last season. Let's see till the end of the season. It's
But I
always
think they're stupid if they're doing that, Doctor. Here's what: if somebody who works at Man United comes across Bots' channel for whatever reason, world is a strange place. If you guys are smart people and it's a business decision, I think in the summer Ruben only has half of his contract, like half a season left, because it was a 2 year, two and a half
two
year.
and a half year with
Yeah.
a thing of extending.
Yeah. What I would do is if he gets us to Europe, I hope so. Don't renew it. No, that's the old
Okay, yeah.
United. It's kind of like
Oh,
when Rashford
yeah,
performs and you give him a contract and then he falls off. Don't do it.
yeah,
Europe will just help us to recoup what we spent last year and
yeah,
give us a positive spending for the next summer, basically. Get rid of Ruben, pay him because at that stage, come on, I'm not sure half a season is going to cost you an arm and a leg versus renewing and then it goes even worse, right? So get rid of him, and between now and then, start planning properly, guys. Like start planning properly in terms of players, because also the fans have to realize something, Doctor. There was never going to be a universe where backing the manager means we're selling 22 players. It was
yeah.
never gonna happen. I feel like also fans have this thing of, well, we should have got rid of this guy and we bought this. It's not FIFA, okay? This is not a video game. There has to be a certain level of realism that you're gonna have to understand that while we are trying to fix the squad, he still has to win games in the middle of us doing that. So Ruben has to build, but also has to win. But he's not doing the winning part. That's the problem.
Yeah,
So
but I want to say they have given themselves till 2028 to win the Prem, right? Because they're on
yeah,
track to win it, and that's because I feel like that would be because that would be 150 years since this club was founded. Because if you don't know the history, we started out as Newton Heath Football
yes,
Club in the 1800s, and then in the 1900s we changed our name to Manchester United, for those who didn't know. But like they're trying to do I'm very sure they're trying to do a whole thing of, oh, when we win the Prem we can, it's numbers and money, and they're probably gonna do a special jersey that season. They're gonna do a whole thing. I can see it. I can see what they're trying to do. And by then, I know definitely Amarim will not be the Amarim would have been gone. Bruno would have been gone. Cass definitely gone. Dalo gone. Half of this squad would not be here anyway.
mm.
So, yeah,
But Doctor, in life we make plans, but
yeah.
one of my colleagues always says life will throw spanners in the wheels. So you can
Oh,
have your plan, but you also have to be able to be agile enough
yeah,
to respond. Let's say you want to go on holiday in Spain, but something happens in Spain that prevents tourists from coming in. You should be able to pivot, because why would you put off going on holiday? Maybe you're burnt out, you need a reset. Maybe you go to a different location that isn't Spain and you put that in the back burner. You say, okay, I'll go to Greece for now to get some sunshine, and then I'll circle back to Spain when I can. So life is not perfect. So they might have this perfect plan, but if they're not going to respond to what's happening in real time, they're going to be in problems, because like you said, hindsight, we can't change the past, right?
yeah,
Tomorrow we don't know. No, unless you're God or Nostradamus, you don't know. You can't plan for tomorrow, but you can respond to today. If I'm hungry right now, I can eat food right now. I can't plan for being hungry tomorrow, because God forbid I'm in heaven. It's finished. Then you're not going to eat at all. So if Ineos is planning, oh, 100 years or whatever, that's stupid. Then you are also setting us as a club to fail completely. You get what I'm saying? Then there's the other
yeah,
part. We change manager. How are we going to deal with Maguire's contract expiring, Casemiro's contract expiring, Bruno potentially leaving? those are the things that we can't wait for the summer. They should have been planning this from last summer already to say, hey guys, next year's going down. A lot of people are leaving. It's getting even worse. And if we're going to be in Europe, doctor, that means now we have to replace the people that left last summer plus the people that are leaving this summer.
Yeah, but they don't even have replacements for Rashford, Sancho that are off on loan. They don't have a replacement for Malacia because he's done. Who else? They don't
So
have a
we're
replacement for
we're not
anybody.
sure.
Onana's on loan. They can't sell him because the amount of money he costs to bring him
Yeah,
in.
but he probably never play. So we basically still have to replace him. We have to replace Bindia. We haven't replaced. I don't think we've replaced Lindelof since he left.
We haven't.
I haven't replaced Ericsson. So what I'm trying to say is they were stupid. Yes, we've got one game a season, but brother, you still need quality on your bench.
I would have kept Ericsson on the Johnny Evans contract.
Once a year
One a
contract.
year. Yeah, hell, I would have kept Johnny Evans on the Tom Heaton contract. He can come in and play a game. I swear. If Johnny Evans, this is all but if and buts and maybe, so I don't even know. Because we have a lot to say. I'm tired. Hi Eddie.
I'm also tired. I'm at a point where I don't even know why I called into KG show, to be honest, because I'm so tired. I don't know what to be angry about. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm just, I'm frustrated.
The whole situation is just shit, you know?
Yeah. And I'm even more angry at fans. But I want to say something. Ruben has done the impossible in my books somehow. He's made me put him on the same level of, I don't want to say hate because that's a strong word, but him and Ten Hag are the same in my book. I don't like
Ten Hag is worse. Even though No, the thing is, for me, Ten Hag, the only thing he got out, his whole pass is the fact that he got us FA Cup and Carabao Cup, and then he got us to 2 FA Cup finals back to back. That's the only thing that's his saving grace.
Mm-hmm.
If we actually think about it, that Champions League that we got out of, him and Onana really did us trash. Yeah,
but I feel like I classify Eric as a terrorist, and I feel like because for me Ruben feels like he's a masochist, not even a terrorist. I feel like he's a masochist. I feel like he gets off pain and suffering because he keeps talking about them like a lover. Oh, we're gonna suffer. So because he's such a masochist in my mind, it's almost on the same level as being Bin Laden. Like you guys are causing us pain that I've never experienced before. I don't understand it. And you can change stuff to not hurt us, but you choose not to.
I understand. And I don't blame you for feeling like that.
I don't want to see Ruben's face personally. I don't want to see when the camera cuts to him. I might have to go to a different channel. I don't want to see his face. I'm sick of him. I don't want to hear his name. I don't want to see it on the title. If bots is streaming about him and XG, I might dislike the video.
No, can we just say in the new year, has bots replied to any of your messages? Question. That's the first one.
I think the last time he responded to me was when I had to tell him that your subscriber count is increased. That's the only message he responded to.
Oh, because nah.
But since then he's been.
For context, people, I do not know where this man is, so stop asking me.
I also couldn't tell you. He hasn't told me if he's landed safely in Zim. He never told me if he landed safely. Because I think he's been through Heathrow.
He's chilling
recently. So I think
me saying that is all to say in the new. We're probably gonna hear from him in the new year.
Probably, yes.
Can we make? Is it possible we can make a New Year's resolution for him? I don't want to hear about stats.
What we can do, Doc.
Yeah.
I'll try to get a hold of him and ask him, when are you planning on streaming again? Then I'll set up an intervention stream. Yes. And I'll see if I can get Sis, because we need big Sis to support him with this.
Oh, yes.
And we sit him down and say, look, I don't think your community wants to hear about XG at this point in time. Everybody's
We
angry.
told him though.
We
So
don't
I
need
don't
that.
know.
The community can help. Community, I will set up something, will intervene, because remember, he says this channel is for you guys. From you and what you guys want. And you guys also have to vote with your feet and dislike XG streams. I don't know. I'm not trying to sabotage my bro, but I'm just saying, guys, I don't want to hear about stats next year. I just want to see wins. Okay? By all means necessary. Because it's shambolic that Ruben has only done one back-to-back and we've never seen it since. I don't understand it. It's crazy. But Doctor, are there any other things you wanted to get off your chest that you couldn't on the other channel? Oh, I think Doctor is there.
Vegeta, give me 1 minute. I'll reply to you.
Okay, no stress. Let's go to the chat real quick. I'm gonna go back and read some of the comments, even though I brought them up on the screen. Johnny Hill says, if the club plans to keep Amorim for the rest of the season, we probably won't even get Europe, never mind Champions League. Yeah, I think. And look, to be fair, most people predicted 6th, but the whole 6th thing
I'm back.
also pisses me off. Shout out to you, Doc. The 6th thing also pisses me off because he's the one who finished 15th. What were we supposed to do next season? Go to 17th, get relegated? The only way was up from 15th. So I'm not going to pat him on the back for getting 6th. I'm just going to say, well done, and move on with my life. Johnny Hill also says, Ineos probably won't sack him, though, because they have proven to be awful at their own at their other football clubs. Sorry, yeah. Nice fans tried to tell us. I think it took 9 consecutive losses for them to sack the Nice coach in the French league. That doesn't bode well for us. Xerxes Dalot and Dogu are so poor.
No,
I feel like Dogu.
Let's not bring Dogu into this because you see this.
Yeah.
Why are you bringing Dogu back? Dogu had an all right game. It wasn't what he did versus Newcastle, but it was all right. Granted, 19 games into the season, if we take his performance in 19 games, it's meh. He can do better. But in these 2 games he's had, it wasn't totally trash like Dalot. Now Dalot, we're slating him more because we know he can do better. You know, we've seen him play better. He's been here for 3 years. He went on loan. In fact, no, he's been here for 5, close to 5. I think.
Sorry, Doctor, my internet dropped for a second.
Oh
there,
yeah.
So I don't know.
So
what you said
talking about
Dogu.
Dalot. No, I'm saying
okay,
Dogu was average, and has been average. He hasn't been totally trash like Dalot.
I don't think he's been trash, you know. I think he's trying to refine the preseason form to a degree.
Exactly. And I'm saying Dalot, we slate him more because he's been here the longest out of those 2. He went on loan to AC Milan, came back and was playing like he was great. So I don't see what I mean by the players have one bad game and they're like, or one average game, and people are like, oh my god.
Yeah, I'm with Doctor. Let's not lump. And also, Xerxes played like he's already in Roma, so let's.
Yeah,
I think it's a different ball game, you know. Wild Spade. Or first of all, shout out to my bro Waffle Don. Subscribe to Waffle Don. I know he's an Arsenal fan, but he's a good person. I like him. Enjoying the AFCON streams that we're doing together. So shout out to my bro. Wild Spade says Amorim needs to adapt to his players. Amorim just needs to adapt, period, bro. Like,
but
you can have principles as a person that you're not willing to compromise on, like not lying, not cheating, but you need to be able to respond to life and its challenges as it comes. You can't be rigid. That's all I'm saying.
What do you know? What I feel like I kind of understand why he's being rigid and stubborn, but he also has to understand that sometimes you have to relent. Sometimes just explain to the players, I'm only relenting because we need some wins in our bag, and we're going to continue training with 3 at our back because you guys have to get better.
But you know what you can do, Doctor? If there's a core of players that you trust, that the players also trust, you can confide in them. You can say, hey guys, this was my plan. But clearly, based on the current quality and where we are in terms of my system, I need to make changes. And because
Yeah.
I don't play on the pitch, I need you guys to be me on the pitch.
Yeah.
Bruno
And
does that beautifully. I don't know if you've watched Bruno, but
yes.
he's like a mini Ruben. He will tell
Yeah.
people, dude, you need to be there. You need to be here. I'm going to push. You need to join me. You
Exactly.
need that. You get what I mean?
Exactly.
You
But
need to have
I don't
your
think since
generals.
Bruno's gone, I do not think Dalo is doing that. Casemiro is doing that to a certain extent, but not to the extent we need. Um, who else? Martinez just came back from
Martinez is,
injury, so he's trying. Dalo is just trash. This whole leadership thing is not working out. Like to some extent, I know why he's needed on the pitch because he's like energizer bunny. I know why. It's that he's the in the changing room. He probably is kind of that person, but on the field, it's not working out.
I
So
hear you,
he
Doc. Sorry, Doc. I'm just gonna bring in wrap up for the last
okay,
10 minutes ish, and then I need to go have lunch before I pass out.
okay.
So wrap up.
I'm actually
I'm
making
out of
lunch.
I'm out of adrenaline. My anger has subsided. I've said what I needed to, but I do want to give you guys a platform because I think the bigger channels, it's getting a bit tougher for people to be able to say what they want to say. Shout out to you, wrap up, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
What
yeah.
are your
I
thoughts
said my
on
little
yesterday?
part. Listen, go on, go on,
What's
go
that?
on. Was you gonna say something?
No. Go for it, bro. Now's your time.
No,
Go for it.
listen. With Amram now becoming different. Yeah, this guy, we're going nowhere. Like I said it in so many platforms. I've seen enough. We're going nowhere with this guy. We're just going in circles. What it
But
is literally one step forward, six back. Yeah.
damn.
This guy has a good idea. He undoes the good work and goes back to his shit idea. It's not been working for the majority of the system, majority of the season or his tenure here. This guy is an egomaniac. I've clocked it now. He wants to win by his ideals and alone. So even if he finds an alternative way to win, no, we can't do that. Even the Newcastle game that we won, I swear he was trying to lose that game when we won 1-0. I thought he
That's what
was
I'm
trying to
saying, wrap
lose
up.
it.
It felt personal, right? That four at
Yeah,
the back is working. It's
but the
almost as if he
players
took it.
dug in and said, no, we're not losing. That's why I said, no, I got to give the players credit because he was trying to sabotage. I don't know what was going on. And everyone said, oh, we won. I clocked that second half and said, Ruben, you done nasty work in that second half because you saw what was working and you was on a sabotage mission. Just to say that your system, it doesn't matter what system we use. No, it's not. I see this guy, bro. And Ineos as well can fuck off. That's another one. Because they're the ones that hide this guy. So that's another thing I gotta say. It's beyond Amrim. I'm looking at Ineos now. I told everybody in the group as well. Poor leadership from top to bottom. Ineos followed by Amrim. Ineos could have sacked this guy how many times throughout the season? But for some reason, want to keep him on. And if we don't get Europe, this goes back to them, and they deserve it. If we don't get Europe, Ineos deserve it. Ineos
Yeah, but
deserve it as far as I'm concerned.
I understand the Europe thing, but they're going about it the wrong way. Ineos.
Of course.
Your signings, your decision making, your lack of urgency with the manager and
Yeah,
his job.
the lack of decisiveness is showing is a weak organization. To me, they're worse than the Glazers, but they make good signings here and there. I'll be honest, and it's fuck the Glazers as well. Don't get it twisted. That's why I call it Glinios operation. They're just using this club to make money. That's all they care about. They don't want to win. don't care
But
about winning.
the Glazers are known to do that. They're American club. What the Florida Pack, whatever football team they have in America. Do you know if you listen to the American fans, they're doing the same thing with that football team. It's just that football team has better facilities than we do. So
their teams have won though, but they financed them when they won.
Their team hasn't.
They want to finance the American team.
Before I finish what I. Let me. You can continue, but I'm gonna Google and put it in the chat because I remember. I don't remember who said it, but I remember it was said, and I Googled it at the time, and it was just horrible. So, yeah.
Yeah, I know they're not liked in America as well. I know that as well. They're not liked in America, but they do finance their American football teams when they win. So it is what. Listen, I'm just disillusioned because I know we're not consistent. He's just gonna do what he wants to do. We still don't have a consistent style of playing. There's nothing about this team is consistent in anything. Patterns of play. Mentality
and the goalposts keep shifting, guys. Because we say Ruben needs time, guys. What are you doing when you've got one game a week? If you got one game a week, what are you doing?
A week and struggling. And people are like we're sixth, but you have to put the context is the other teams are in other competitions. When we had other competitions with this guy. We were struggling. We were in the depths of hell when we had other competitions with Amrim. It was a struggle. Nah, man. I know where this is heading. That's why I'm not even excited if we get Europe with this guy. Because we get Europe with this guy, it's going to be like the last season.
Fire him even with Europe.
That's why I'm not excited. Let's keep him on. Let's keep him on if we get Europe. I'm like, if we get Europe, it's gonna be like that 15th season because he can't handle a season on multiple fronts. I've clocked it now. I've clocked him already.
Okay. I'm going to always ask this question to anybody who says fire him. Okay. Suggest replacements and don't tell me, oh, I don't work in that space, so I don't know. Don't tell me that shit.
You don't need to suggest replacements. We don't need to suggest replacements. We don't get paid for that. We don't get paid for that.
Then do you get paid for saying somebody has to get fired? Though?
We're fans.
Oh,
we're fans.
Okay.
We're allowed to react to what we're seeing. We're allowed to react to what we're seeing. That's what fans do. We don't. And no, it's actually a good question. I would answer. No, I would answer if I actually knew, but I don't actually. I don't know.
I've got to answer, you know. Well, go on. What's your name, brother?
I'm not defending Amarim. I'm just asking this question because every time somebody says fire, I'm like,
yeah, I've decided.
So go and wrap up. Wrap up's got some candidates.
Yeah, candidate number 1, Glasner. Yeah. Candidate number 2, Javi Hernandez. And what's candidate number 3? Candidate number 3,
Ariola.
Okay. No, don't want him. I've seen enough. He's got too many flaws. Candidate number 3. Candidate number 3, De Zerbi. That's who I want. The 3 candidates. I wanted De Zerbi originally. But I don't think we'll get him because he knows Ineos and frauds. But yeah, it is what it is.
Okay.
No, carry on, guys. I'm just
Ineos, so he knows Ineos and frauds. So I know that's an unrealistic one.
I don't know. That list is quite smelly, to be honest. All these managers from these smaller teams, I'm done with them. Like,
I think the Glasner and Javi Hernandez. That's a decent list to me. Javi won the league.
Javi is okay.
Xavi's massive work with Marseille, and he did good work with Brighton. Because remember, the manager list right now is dead. We're in a new era now. The man, that's what people need to realize. The list ain't what it used to be with the elite managers everywhere. It's dead now. It's a
Is
desert.
Serbia free at the back, man?
No, it's dead.
City is looking at Maresca. That's how dead the pool is.
Yeah,
Is
it's crap, man.
the Serbia free at the back?
I think Deserve
He
is
can
flexible.
do
I
it,
think
but he's
like
more quarterback.
Okay.
He can adapt. He's quarterback.
the
He's
one thing
mainly
about
quarterback.
Glasner
He's
and
quarterback
Maresca,
too.
they've played the three, but they are willing to play four. They are flexible.
That's
Yeah,
what
they
you
play back
need.
four
Like,
system.
that's what I don't get about Amorim. Like, managers switch between 3 and 4 all the time. It's normal. But they're making it such
Yeah,
a big deal trying to move to a 4. It's just weird.
thank you.
Well,
To me, he
and
thought because he won with the back three system, he thinks he can't move away from it. It's weird to me, man. It's so
It's so
weird.
strange. Ollie used to switch between the two. It's game dependent.
I
It's
think
literally
because
game
all he
dependent.
knows,
I just want to say welcome
three at
to
the back.
Yo. Can I ask a question?
Me,
That
I
noise
am
is
okay.
mad.
I'm cooking. I'm cooking
She's
lunch.
frying something.
Can we
Cody, you had a question?
can we just finish off those questions I was putting in the chat? So I asked who you want instead, and you said the management pool is shit right now. So what we're calling for is to go into perpetual freefall, where we just jump on this carousel of manager after manager. Because you just told me, to be fair to you, wrap up, you give me 3 names, and like I've got no rebuttal with you. But the last bit, to then turn around and say like the management pool is shit, well then why are we? Because like you like acting like we're on track for 15th again. Like 15th happened, and I know people are pissed off about that, but that's not what's due to happen this season. So what? 2-part question. What makes you so confident Glasner or any of those people are going to do better with the same tools? Because they're going to have to play the same formation. Fair enough, they might be able to be more flexible, but they're going to have to play the same formation. And second of all, if you know that the management pool is shit, unreliable, so to speak at best, why the fuck are we dipping back into it when we're not actually due for turmoil again?
Personally, done. So who wants to speak?
Anyone can answer that.
You can go.
Personally, yeah, I've seen too many red flags with Amram in it. Throughout both of these 2 seasons, I've just seen too many red flags, too many strikes. I'm like, nah, I'm done with him. We can get someone. He's not that special. Let's just put it that way.
No, I agree with that
That's
point.
what-
He's not that special. He's not the Messiah. Like I'm not going to say to him he would. I don't think anyone, even people that are saying Amram in, are saying he's going to deliver us to the promised land. I don't think anyone can see that yet. But he's definitely not steering us to ruin. Like, so I just don't understand why the desperate need to push the button. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the verdict's
No,
still out.
I'd say give him the season, but I'm just not convinced by this guy, bro. I'm not convinced by
So-
Amram at all.
That's a fair
So
point.
Cody, my thing is, I was willing to give him the season, and I'm taking it game by game, but it's just shit upon shit. It's like too much. This train is going to one destination. It's
You know
not
how it
going
What's
to
the
work.
destination? Where we headed?
The destination is he's gonna get sacked. It's not gonna work. It's either we're gonna miss out on Europe, or the biggest thing is I just want Maino hasn't signed a new contract. If Maino goes and then Amrin goes, that's the biggest fuck up of all time to me. Like, it's just because a player like if he switches his system, Maino could have been playing. Do you agree or not agree?
Maybe could have been more effective in a different system. Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so why didn't he switch his system?
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm gonna.
Sorry,
No, sorry. Let me finish this out because what's happening here is sounding a little bit player FC. You're telling us to.
No, that's just one. It's just one. I was going to go on to explain other things, but I just wanted to just dig into this main point quickly.
Abs, what were you going to say?
I just want people to understand, and maybe I'm older. I have seen Cantona leave, Stam, Cristiano Ronaldo, Rooney at some point, Beckham, Paul Pogba, who was one of my favorite players, twice, right?
Yeah.
If you think I give a shit about Kobe Mainu leaving, you think that's going to be a defining factor to me? I couldn't give a toss. I couldn't give a toss about one player, especially a player that's not even close to what I've seen leaving beforehand. Sorry, I love Kobe Mainu, but the way people have gone on about him this season is driving me insane. The way people have gone on about the academy player is driving me insane, because now you're seeing them and no one's impressed, right? If you had spent a little bit of time and watching their highlights, by the way,
I've seen the NT highlight.
They weren't going to hit the ground running in Premier League anyway, right? So all this conversation around it, we have to be just target orientated. Can he get top 4 or top 5 or top 6? Because I think top 5 is actually Champions League this season. I don't know if it's been determined yet. Someone can correct me.
Yeah, I think it depends on the English teams.
It depends on how well they do. English teams do in Europe, innit? Depends on how they do.
Arsenal are top of the table so far, and I think there's some other. Man City are close, so they're probably going to get to the next round.
Okay, yeah.
Right? So that most likely is going to be top 5. Yeah? That means top 6 will be Europa. He's in 6th position. I get it. It could go drastically downhill, but it could also go drastically upwards, because when we're watching these games, where maybe one decision, one moment, one player from getting the points and being in the position automatically. So why do we all have to always be negative and think it's going to go downwards? And I was just listening to your conversation about the management options. If De Zerbi comes in Man United, I hope you guys are ready for it. I said the same thing about Onana when he was signed and everyone's getting giddy. I said, I hope you're ready for Onana. So I'm giving that warning now to anyone that picks De Zerbi. I hope you're ready for it.
De Zerbi's a hothead. I know that. De Zerbi's a hothead. I know that already. I'm just and
then the other manager that everyone was bigging up this summer was the Bournemouth manager. I hope you're ready for that too, because currently he's below us in 15th. So I mean, pick your
Sorry, can I just jump in here? Just onto the questions, because I feel like sometimes as fans, we're not honest with ourselves. Me personally, as a United fan, I don't think beyond what I'm seeing, because this causes me enough stress. After United lose or they do nonsense, I just want to find something else to. So the idea of what manager to get afterwards, I'm just at a point where I'm sick of seeing Ruben. Whether that's a right feeling or wrong feeling, I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of hearing from him. I'm sick of seeing his face. I'm just sick of him. If he gets top 6 and he's here, it's not going to stop me from being a fan. Ultimately, I'm still going to support the club. If he leaves, I'm going to support the club. I'm just where I'm at right now on the 31st of December. I'm tired. I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know where this is going. I don't know the future. I'm just sick of it. That's hence the title. I'm tired. That's where I'm at with this whole manager.
That's a great title. Can I just flesh out Maynard was my first point, but I'm just gonna flesh out that point. So it's not. Sorry.
No, go for it, bro.
It's not actually Maino leaving. It's the fact that Maino is unhappy and leaving because of Amarim's system. And then you now add that on top of Amarim now coming out and saying that he wasn't going to change his system because of the media. Okay, you've won that little battle, but in reality, you've actually lost, because United have been struggling on the pitch. You've been looking like absolute shit. And you could, if you want to say, okay, if he had changed it, Maynard wouldn't have made a difference. That's cool. I think otherwise. I think with a 3-man midfield, Ugarte might have even looked better as well. He wouldn't have been on an island by himself. So
Can I
I'm
put you 1 second,
I'm
brother?
just adding all those things together and saying that's disgusting to me. That's not a leader. That's a
But
man whose ego
what
is
part of
bigger
that
than his
institutes?
knowledge.
What part of that institutes or coincides with what you've been told the plan is? You've been told that we're going to be on a rebuild, that we're switching from one system to another, and we've blatantly sold and bought people to support that. So your frustration with him not going to a three-man midfield, fair enough, you could have done other variations of what he's doing now, that I'll give you that. But I don't even really think any of those really constitute a three-man midfield like you're describing. Which then leads me on to the last point, which is you're taking up the fight for the likes of Kobe, but this is football. This is what happens in football. We like, you might not be used to it because your experience of it is Alex Ferguson, fucking 25 years strong, same way, and it works. But for the rest of football, this is real life. A new manager comes in, and he doesn't want you to be a right back anymore. He wants you to be a right wing back, or a right winger, or a left winger, or a left back. And you have to adapt. And if you can't, because of your skill set, then you have to go and find another team where you can capitalize on your skill set.
Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. Because my next comment to that
fair enough. But
we are discussing a player that's struggling to adapt, right? So that means if we ever had to try this formation for whatever reasons, that maybe players are injured, maybe there's a competition out there or whatever, right? If we ever have to play this formation again, we can now all 100% agree that Kobe can never do it. And we should be thinking about getting rid of a manager because a player is not being able, hasn't got the ability to adapt. And
this is why I said player. This is why I said player FC.
Guys, we want to get rid of a manager because a player can't adapt.
That's one of many things.
I know you said one of many things, but you also said that's one of the most important things. So
no, I didn't say it's one of the most important things. I said that's. I was actually gonna list the shit that we've been seeing, which I've already listed. But that Maino thing I didn't say before, so I wanted to flesh that out and then marry that up with what he said, which is disgusting to me. That's a man with an ego out of this world.
Sorry to interrupt you, yeah. You keep saying one part of the thing he said. You keep saying that one part. It's like you ignore the bit he said beforehand and what he said afterwards. And I know sometimes English is not his first language, but he literally said that the team had to get used to my first formation and pattern before I changed it. I wasn't going to change just because you're asking. I don't understand how that full sentence is a problem.
Well, he said that's the bit where he said. That's the bit where he says. That's what he thinks is ego.
His formation, and he didn't. Did people not remember that? Because I do.
Also, Amrin's also said that
when the journalists were saying, "Oh, you can't keep playing 4-4-2 or whatever" to Alex Ferguson, because I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think yes, because he was winning and he's Alex Ferguson. Yes, I get it, but the full context of what he said is not crazy. It actually isn't crazy, and no manager that's managing Man United or any football team should change their principles and their formation because there's pressure from the media. No one should do that. We didn't like doing that.
This is what happened to Van Gaal, by the way, who everyone looks back now and go, "Oh yeah, he's actually quite good." But that was everyone's problem with him. Everyone's problem with Van Gaal is the fact that he wanted to do different systems, different things. And the players were like, just make us play 4-3-3 like we want to. And then we wondered why.
It wasn't the issue with Van Gaal was people say it was boring. Wasn't that the issue? Didn't Van Gaal win the FA Cup with that system?
He's the first. I think he's the first manager in this club that did three at the back. Actually, no, it's not the first. Alex Ferguson done it as well. But he went with three at the back first. I
think he's the first person to start a game. Like Fergie only went to that because of injuries at times, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fergie done it. Reminded me that he's played that back three, and I remember I was young then, so I probably didn't remember it properly.
Oh, and it'd be before my time if he was young. Yeah.
The other thing is, three at the back, four at the back is not even supposed to be as big a deal as this is. I've never seen anything like this. Like, managers switch between a 5, a 3 all the time, based on the game state, based on the opponent you're facing, based on players available. Making it this massive thing.
And this is weird. Where I think us fans are blinded by the media. The media made an issue. Now we've made it. The media made it an issue The journos who are not, they're not okay. They do sports journalists, but they don't know football. They've made it an issue, and our ex-players have made it an issue, right? Saying stuff like, "Oh, the United DNA is not to play free at the back." Brother, Scholes said that. You've played free at the back. You, Scholes, have played free
United
at the back.
DNA is winning, bro. That's what it is. Right? United DNA is winning. Simple as that. That's what it is.
But bro, that's what the player power is, and that's where it comes from. And this is what's got lost in translation. Scholes and all of that area, they were allowed, they got to a point where they could turn around and say to the greatest manager of all time, "You're fucking wrong today." And it's an actual conversation. It's not insubordination. It's not fucking petulance. It's not throwing a tantrum like they said about Ronaldo when he come back the second time. These lot have won and been through the trenches together, and they hold each other accountable. But what's happened, is that class, as they've all retired, they've told the younger lot that they should be moving like that before they win. So now what ends up happening is you get a class like Rashford's, where it's like, no, we're United, I'm the talent, fuck you, I'm playing here or I'm not playing at all. And we wonder how we get into this situation.
Even worse, Coley, right?
What?
When they first came into the team, you think they spoke to Alex Ferguson that way? When they were 20, when they were 19, when they were 21?
Do you think they spoke to him at all?
When they started speaking, 29, as you said, when they started winning trophies, and even then, they go to his office to speak, not media, not through agents, not through their friends on social media. They went to the manager's office.
Factually.
Which is why when Amrin said, "My office has always been open, no one's come to it," I said, yeah, that's the problem. That should be something we should be discussing as the fans outside, as the ex-players. But no, everyone just glossed over it. So no one's coming to approach you, but they're putting stuff on Instagram. We should be killing them for that.
Yeah, but that's what's changed about today, and that's where it takes you. Because again, like, I'll be honest, I'm not throwing dirt on a man's name, but he is part of that transition period of us going from winning to nothing. He was the carrot and project that was meant to be next up, and I'm talking about Rashford here. Like, I'm pretty sure he was one of the first to go on social media with a lot of the inside shit as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, so
yeah, Luke Shaw's been there leaking stuff for years. I know it's him. I can't explain why. I know it's him.
No, you know it's him because you get England leaks as well.
He needs to go as well. Okay, no, this conversation could go on and on but a lot of good points have been made. Let's just do the player rating for yesterday. I know, Doctor, you don't want to. It's okay. But let's just do a quick player rating. Any player I don't have here is because I forgot. I just tried to forget yesterday. Let's start the goalkeeper, guys. Where are we putting him?
He's the only one who was decent, I feel. So a C. Everybody else, you.
I'd actually put him higher because he saved us from embarrassment. I'll probably put him as a B.
Okay, that's 1 C, 1 B.
Because what else could he really have done, to be honest?
Exactly.
No, I don't. He pulled off great saves at times. Like, I think he deserves a B, definitely. Especially on a losing game.
Yeah, I'll say B. That double save, especially.
Yo, that double save. Otherwise, Wolves was winning that game.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, let's go. Was he the captain today? Martino. Where are we putting him?
See,
I might be harsh, but I wasn't impressed by him.
No.
Do you know what? For me, Leach didn't do nothing wrong. He didn't do nothing wrong. Huh?
I gave him a C.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's perfect.
Yeah, it's kind of pondering on the ball, but I guess they weren't really openings for him. It just felt like he was passing sideways, holding it, passing it sideways. Just not really.
But one thing I will give him credit for is it seems like there's way more organization when he's on the pitch. Like, anytime the ball was getting into like scrappy situations in the box, it was cleared instantly. He has none of it. Like, he doesn't care about the techie pass. Get the ball the fuck out now, and your job's done. And I've noticed the rest of the defense reacts to that. So, yeah, I like it when he's about.
Yep. Mr. Diego Dalot, where is he going?
Is there a rating where you can just sell him now? Is there a rating where you can just sell him now? I don't know what
Add him on to the Xerxes bill. Just make him turn up to Roma with Xerxes. You know?
Yes,
But we didn't ask you.
I know it's unusual, but just sell him now because you know that when I don't know if you guys saw in a watch along when I was like, why was he watching the ball go into the back of the net and not chasing it down? And by the way, he was just walking himself out of position that if anything went wrong, if the keeper managed to get it, he was never going to be close. Sesko had to sprint past him to try and recover the loose ball. There's some people that I can't understand why they still have contracts at United, and he's one of them.
Oh, I'll tell you why, because he's cheap if you really think about it.
Yeah, cheap. Well, okay, in that case, we're getting what we're paying for because he's outrageously shit.
So sell him now. We're happy with that rating. Anybody want to defend the law?
I dare you. I dare you.
Let's go with Aiden Heaven next.
You can have a B.
I'll give him a
B.
I think B.
Solid.
Yeah, apologies that this thing cropped them. I don't know what happened.
He's playing well above his age, to be honest.
Yeah. Although he had that one thing. Was it that one thing where he was wrestling with the guy and then they shot wide?
Yeah, so it was the double save, I think. And
is it that one? Yeah.
Didn't the ball get deflection? And that's why he was kind of
he wasn't looking.
Yeah.
It was something weird like that, and I think he fell off balance, and the guy got. It was a double save. It was a double save. Yeah. But apart from that, I thought it was brilliant. Driving.
I'll put my hands up and say that was Euro. Yeah, that's a goal. That was impressive.
Let's talk about Mr. WikiLinks himself. Where is putting him?
Sell him now.
Was he that bad?
Sure?
Yeah.
You know what it is? He was average. Let me be honest. He was average. But the fact that he's still here is driving me insane.
That's why he's not on it. So no.
So he was average. It's up to you. I mean, a D.
I'll give him a D, yeah.
C. I wouldn't give him a B. I'll give him a C. He's the only person who put a successful cross in. But defensively, there was a lot of times I've seen him out of position.
Coley, is that a good thing?
No. Listen, the bar is low, okay? Understand that.
It's in hell.
Someone just said Luke Shaw's our second best left. Do you know what? I just realized who he was. SLD. Yeah, sorry, my bad. I'm not reading the rest of that.
Second best left back.
Can we talk about Doggy? Because I wasn't happy with him.
Oh yeah, he's a D.
Yeah, he didn't have a great game. It wasn't his. Yeah, he didn't get platformed again properly, like I said. Anyway.
Wait,
do you know what it was for me? He started the Cunha DNA of, I scored last game. I'm going to start shooting. Fucking pass the ball, you little prick. Who do you think you are?
Okay, so where are we putting Dogo?
He's a D, mate.
D.
Okay,
and you know what? That last cross as well. The moment the ball went to him, I said, this cross is going to be shit. There's no way he's going to get this absolutely right at the speed he's going out to where it needs to be. And then straight into the keeper's hands. I went, yep, there you go.
He's one though, that you see we're talking about slapping people. He's one that I turn around and say to him, you see you. If you're not living at a training ground right now, you're an idiot. Because the next transfer window that turns up, you are not safe. You're playing so much because there's no one else.
It's on shaky grounds. Okay, big Cass. Where are we putting Casemiro?
Oh, he was a C. It's not much more.
C.
The ball to Sesko though. Oh, that ball to Sesko was prime Casemiro.
Yeah, but do you know what? Do you know why he struggled a little bit this game, and this is why I understood why Xerxes got taken off. When the Wolves midfielders were on, when they got to top speed, there's nothing Casemiro could do.
Hey, João Neves is looking like a good idea right now, isn't it?
By the way, João Neves has a terrible stutter. I don't know if you guys have seen the video of him trying to talk.
No, I've never heard him talk.
He's got. I don't. Yeah, so I don't know about communication with him.
No, who cares, man?
As long as he does his job, keep him off interviews, will be good.
He played well though, innit?
He was running past Casemiro so much. I said, "Oh wow, okay." This is
And
why
he's
we-
cheap apparently. Apparently he's like 20 mil, 25 mil.
Yeah, like a light
The
20.
first I heard was 40, but maybe he's cheaper now.
Well, I heard 20 would
I
get
had
him.
40. Yeah, good.
Ugarte.
Surprisingly, I will get him, but if we get him, Maino has no
He's
place
not
in the
coming
squad.
back.
by the way.
Yeah, he's not coming back.
Just
Done.
so you know.
Can we give Ugarte a C? I think he did all right on the ball yesterday.
Yeah, I can't really remember much like horrid.
To be honest,
really
even
much
though
what
I did check the numbers and I was surprised that the numbers did not match what I saw, but he was one of the few midfielders I was actually hustling and bustling in there and slightly
On the
matching
ball.
his rugged.
On the
But
ball,
he's,
he did really well. Like way better than he usually does. Like retaining the ball, turning the corner, and like
He has
Yeah.
someone playing beside him that knows what to do. You can
Yeah.
tell Casemiro's talking to him and telling him where to be,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah, that's
so
what
much better for him.
Yeah, I'd say C.
Okay. Xerxes.
Hey.
problematic one.
We're an option loan now because I think he's gone anyway.
Yeah, I think it's gone.
He's gone
Might as well
anyway.
put him
He's
fifth.
gone.
Yeah,
You don't want to get injured. You ain't trying too hard.
But you know what?
You're
To
gonna
be
dive
fair
into
to
no
him,
tackles.
I want to give him a C, you know. And the reason why is because think about he knows that he's in the shop window. He knows he's about to fuck off, and that shot was a let me try and make something happen, and it worked. So, and
That
it was
little
under
drive.
our badge.
It was a nice
You know
setup.
what? I get what you're saying, right?
He's in
I
between
understand
C
that. Let
and
me
D.
try and make something happen. But the annoying thing is that defensive header afterwards, because that defensive
Yeah.
header is him going, "Oh, no, don't really have to get slapped in the face with the ball." So, well, I'll just
Yeah.
flick it.
A man that's 6'4" as well. Like, yeah.
So
Yeah,
Rescue, that's the
that's
point,
terrible. He set up that. He basically set it up.
He set up their goal.
Flicked
Like,
it
this is
on.
what we were trying to
Flicked it
say
on.
to Charles on a respectful thing. He set up their goal.
And you could even argue his goal was an
You
assist
saw
because it was
everyone,
deflection.
as the ball's heading towards his head, not one person thought there was going to be a mistake. A bit mad for professionals to be so trusting of him.
Distracted.
Everyone moved out of position and just went, "Yeah, he's about to head this out. Let's go. Let's get out."
Yeah.
And then the ball went, "Bloop."
So maybe
you
a
could
D.
just see the maths going through their head. How's he got there?
Yeah, let's go D then. Cunha.
F.
Fucking
F.
Yeah.
G.
Yeah.
Terrible.
You know what? I have to put my hands up here. Something that me and Wag said to each other yesterday. And Wag said, "You know what? I'm finished with this experience. They can sell him in summer." I'll be honest with you. I had no defense of him.
What for Cunha?
Yeah.
I'm on the same
Yeah.
thing, bro. Tell
Can't
him.
defend
We don't
him, yeah.
By the way,
Defend him.
I wanted him in the summer. I tried to
same.
hold on, defend him all the way to October. And then after
Good
October, I
line.
said, "You know what? I can't do nothing." And
I
this
can't believe
aura
what I'm
thing that
seeing.
people keep- This aura farming thing that people keep doing on Twitter, throw that in the bin. He doesn't have. He
When
doesn't
they're
have
trying
20%
too hard,
of the aura
trying
of
too hard. with
Cantona.
the
It's like a small club mentality that he's brought. And like there was some time yesterday where he was delaying the pass and then he wasn't even passing it firmly. He was just kind of touching it so that the person receiving it, you're just on him. Like
There
it's-
was a moment.
the
he
greed
stood-
is disgusting.
Bro, there was a moment he stood still in the center mid, and Casemiro was running with the ball, looking at him like, "Are you gonna move so I can pass you the ball?" And then when someone tackled him, the look Casemiro gave him, right? Or what the fuck are you doing here? And then the second look, do you think I'm running back to go defend? And then Cunha looked at him and thought, "Oh, right, shit, let me run back then." Yeah, Castle's going to punch you if you didn't go cover that.
Man will
You
punch
don't
you up
have
and
to
talk to
try
you in your
and
mother
beat
tongue at the
three
same
man.
time. You twat.
Trying
Yeah,
to
plus
do the Grealish thing of buying a foul every single time. And he weren't
was
even
working.
getting most of the fouls. He was just going down.
Yeah, the ref weren't listening to him after the first.
He weren't
two
having
attempts.
none of it.
Yeah, after the first two attempts, there was some fouls on him. But after the first
Yeah,
two
no, that was
attempts of
bad.
buying
That
a
was bad.
foul, the ref said, "Nope, I ain't giving you nothing." And he's so stupid he didn't learn. Anyway, yeah. I think he might be on a chopping board end of the season.
He was
Let's see
a
what
waste of
next year
money.
brings
Oh
for
my
him.
He's an absolute weight. And to be honest, I don't watch much, these days, much Prem outside of United. So when I saw him versus us, he was cooking. I thought we've got a player here. Like I was so excited, like to see what we've bought. Disgusting.
Yeah. Anyway, let's move on. Benjamin Sheshko.
Trash. Do you know what? I have something to say about him. I've
Go
been
ahead.
quiet this entire time because I've been quiet because
Let Doc go.
he annoys me. It's like he purposely tries to hit the bar every time. He purposely tries to pass the opposition goalkeeper every time. And what is it? What is his use? What is his use? I've been defending him, but after yesterday, I can't anymore because it's like he intentionally does it every time. Can't you try and angle it to the top right, top left, bottom right, bottom left, away from the goalkeeper? I'm not even a trainer. I watch football because I like it. I can see this.
So I'm gonna have to defend this one a little bit, right?
How?
He had a terrible game, right? And it's the worst thing is it's not so like someone's put Hoyland in the group chat. This is not the same level of terrible game, right? Because he actually did.
It's not the same. It's not the same as Hoyland. No.
Not even close to the same because he did everything right. Like, in the build-up, he's really good. He holds the ball up. He gets people involved, right? I still don't understand why we're not crossing the ball to him properly, but that's a United thing in general. But he made such good movements to get those chances, and you've got to put one of them away. Like, normally all the other games I've said, we're not giving him enough chances. Don't get me wrong. At Man City, he would have got 6 of those and eventually scored 1. That's the truth. Arsenal, he probably would have got 6 or 7 of those, eventually scored 1. That's true. But at United, you're probably only going to get 3. And he got 3.
He got 4.
And he missed. I'm not counting the corner where he jumped over the post. That one, that's all him. That's all him. Yeah, cross is good, but if you have to jump that high to get ahead on the ball, that's not technically a good cross.
Yeah, whatever you make of that, like, people need to be grateful for it, to be honest. But at the same time,
other header, flip me.
It was that second one.
See, even that header, like, I feel like a lot of what was happening yesterday and it happens as a striker. It's not what anyone's going to want to hear, but, bro, you have days where you do it all right and you don't get the result. Like, you don't get the goal. And it literally felt like that. Huh?
Yeah. You know what? Yes. There's sometimes where you just know you're not scoring that game.
Yeah, bro. It's the maddest thing to say. Yeah? But yeah, he didn't actually.
Anger from Dr. NHS, completely warranted. Because I was fuming. But I held to hope that he's a D for me, by the way.
Yeah, he is a D. He is a D.
Score one of those chances.
You're a striker. You have to score. Period.
I'd say probably D. But that I think it was the second one where he had time and he just headed it into the keeper's hands. I've got a lot of time for Sesko, to be honest. I'm willing to give him as much time as needed.
I'm giving him time for the same. Like, now I'm looking at him. I'm proper watching him now because he hasn't scored enough. And me and Pav were one of the ones saying you have to buy him for the future. At least he's doing the right things.
He does all the right thing. He's winning the aerial battles. He's heading the ball on. He's making the right runs. His touch is clean. I like him as a baller. Like, he's not scoring. That's all he needs. But I like everything else he's doing. Yeah. Like, him and Xerxes up there, it's night and day. Like, I've got a lot of time for Sesko. I can't lie.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah. Let's move on to the subs. Fletcher came on for Xerxes. If I'm not
Sell him now.
Oh no, allow it.
These youth are shit.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If he didn't have the surname of Fletcher, would he even be playing? Tell him now.
No, you can't do that.
By the way, and I also want to be fair. Let me be fair. I'll put my hands up on this. Yeah, I actually catch some of the under 18s game. Under 18s, he was killing it. Under 23s, where they're playing against men, not so much. So I've always had a question mark on all these academy players right, for a long time because they're always killing it under 18s and they slightly disappear under 23s.
Or is it
Always
physicality?
the same thing. Right, and I'm just sorry. This guy, if it wasn't for his dad's name, he wouldn't even be anywhere. He wouldn't be up there. Let's be
So-
real about it.
Oh, all right, cool. Because I'm asking you genuinely now your opinion as a coach, yeah. Because there's two different categories for youth that aren't good enough right now, and it's either won't get good enough or has been pushed along too quickly and needs more time to cook. Like what? Which one is it?
Okay. Ooh, tough one. First things first, right? Because of his dad's career, different times, of course, right? He has to get his physicality up. And funny enough, Darren Fletcher had the same problem when he first broke into the United squad. He physically wasn't, because he wasn't that fast, he wasn't that strong, but he had loads of energy, which is why he ended up moving into centre mid, right?
Yeah.
The problem with his son is he's starting as a cam. Good technical player. One of them is actually amazing left foot, but to be fair. But his physicality is killing him. Every game he's played, right? Every game he's played, the game has gone past him. Every game he's played. And even he has come out and said, the game's faster than what I expected. Bruv, you're being nice. The game is going straight past you. And I don't know if time is going to make that up or he just needs to leave.
He got lost in the game yesterday. He got lost. He got lost in the game yesterday.
Definitely. You could tell there was a boy out here amongst men.
They put him right wing or right centre attacking just to try and get him away from midfield to not have issues. And then all of a sudden that left-hand side was free for Wolves. Like he was, no matter where you put him, he was lagging. I think lagging is an actual great description. He was lagging.
So he needs to go on loan for the sheer 10% chance that he might
needs to
turn
go
into
gym.
something.
He needs to go.
He needs to go
12 a.m. in the morning and go with them. I don't know what they think. Them heads that are working in the gym at 12 at night. He needs to go with them. He needs to get wedged. He needs to physically has to go up so much before he can even think about playing in the Prem.
Yeah.
That's the truth.
What you say,
Colin, have you got any more questions? Oh, were you going to ask something else? I was going to ask Abs something.
No, I wasn't going to say nothing.
So Abs, you say you watch the younger team play. So is there anyone else that's knocking on the door or better than these men that we're seeing?
No.
Like, what's the state of our academy, basically?
You're literally looking at the best.
Yeah.
Motato, Lacey, Fletcher twins, Obi. These are.
What about Jack Morehouse?
Say that again?
Is he any good? I keep hearing stuff about Jack Morehouse. Is he any good?
Wait till you see the size of him, bro. Can't even.
So we don't have the capacity.
Even bro. Wait till you see the size of both of these guys, bro. Well, just wait. And then said the midfielders, just wait. This is one of the things that I'm annoyed with Amarin about. But then again, you kind of predicted losing to Grimsby, right? When we are winning and it looks comfortable, throw these players on the pitch.
Yeah.
They need to see just how far physically they are and then start giving them that work.
I disagree. We're never in a... When we ever been, and we're not going to be...
Wolves, bro. Wolves. It
When?
was 4-1 or 3-1. Why are you bringing on Dogu? Bring on Lacey. Let's see.
Bro,
No, but it was never really comfortable. It was never really comfortable in that game.
We were comfortable. That's game I felt the most comfortable. So
But-
to answer your question anyway, these are the best of what we have, right? And these are the ones that maybe can transition. The other two, I swear, as good as they are on the ball, if you see the size of them, you just know they're going to
be a bully team.
Yeah, they're going to get kicked up in the air.
Shit.
But then I guess that Coney guy is not he's not a
He's tiny as well.
He's
tiny. And this is the thing, guys, if you ever get the chance, go on YouTube, right? Watch the reserve games when they're playing against men's team. Even some of these guys are like Div 1, I think they're Div 1 or Div 2 teams. Look, watch the highlights. You will see them get bullied. And that's Div 1, Div 2 teams. So what do you think Prem are going to do?
Yeah.
Them dead, them dead, them dead, them dead, them dead.
You guys are stressing me.
Sorry, bro. Sorry.
Mantato, is that his name? Mantato?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brother, he couldn't control the ball.
He's not ready.
Tried to dribble and left the ball behind. That cross at the end. Yeah, let's just call it a solid F, man.
Lenny Euro.
D?
I didn't get it. Yeah. Did you say?
D, yeah. Yeah.
D, yeah.
Didn't really know this
First,
was gonna come on.
yeah, first.
This man gets an F. This man gets an F. It's not
He
even
gets an
good.
F just on changing the formation alone. Like, I'm trying to defend you, brother, but Jesus Christ, make it easy for us.
Who's that? I can't see the screen.
The
No,
manager.
it's
Ruben.
Amarin.
Oh, yeah,
What are
definitely.
we giving? So we happy with F for Ruben?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, back to manager, back to manager, back to manager.
It just didn't make sense.
Bro, he just didn't. I'm not even defending him. I'm just saying because he's on target, leave him where he is. But Jesus, jeez Louise, like it worked at Newcastle.
Why just
You know what?
mess
It's
about
ego.
with it?
I'll be honest with you, it's ego. I know what he tried to do. Yeah, it worked at Newcastle. Everyone was talking about the 4 at the back, and he said, "Oh, it's against Wolves. Let me go back to my normal formation. If they win there, then I can hold both of them together and be like, well, we won with both."
Pure ego.
Yeah,
I don't even think it's. I don't think it's that. You know.
What do you think?
Everyone's forgetting. Everyone's forgetting that it is about to be transfer season, and we're all talking about how dead our squad is. I think he knows better how dead they are. I think that was shop window, bro. I think he sacrificed the game.
I know you said this a couple of times, and I think the first time you said it, I actually slightly agreed. Yeah, no, he's not smart enough to do that.
Why is he not smart enough to do that?
He's not smart enough to do that.
But hold on, how long do you think his shopping list is?
Infinite.
And what do you think gets said in that boardroom when he turns around and says what he wants? He'll get hit with, well, this is what.
We know who we have as owners. Oh, who's
Didn't he say it was him and Wilcox?
We know they're not putting money into it. 2,
Yeah, he said he's clashing with
Ineos are
Wolves
broke.
in the press.
All right, so again, everything you're saying is backing my point. If they're going to turn around and say, oh, we don't have the money to do that, then he's got to come up with a business case to sell what we have so he can raise the money to do that. And here's your business case.
Boy,
Like, it doesn't work. They're all
They can't
shit.
play my system.
They're all shit. Yeah.
To be fair, I mean, when he said about
It's the only thing that makes sense, especially after the Europa final, and after that he gets backed. After that he gets backed. It's almost like, yeah, you know when, bro, I don't know if anyone's ever worked in a corporate company, but you know when you get that one office that's shit and it's underperforming, and they send like a different fucking area manager from elsewhere to go sit in the office and turn it around. Like, that man is in there to start sacking people, bro. And like before he can just start firing people and make people start exodusing and walking out, like he has to put people on pips. Like he has to prove like there's a problem, there's a problem, there's a problem. Like you have to put people in sink or swim, and when people sink, you push them down the stream, bro.
I'll be honest with you. If that's his plan, right? If that's his plan, he's doing.
What?
Abs.
Did we lose Abs?
Oh, I thought that was me.
I think we lost.
Yeah, I thought that was me as well.
Me
Oh,
too.
that's annoying. I wanted to hear what you had to say as well.
Lost
I was
that.
about to
Lost
refresh
him.
me up. Oh no, the Glazers found you, bro. It's okay. It happens.
Yeah, no, I
Hey,
don't.
guys.
I don't know.
Oh, sorry, my
Oh,
laptop
Abs is back.
reset itself.
He's back. He's back.
Abs,
Yeah, sorry about that.
Done.
Oh no, what I was gonna say is just to finish off. If that's what Amarin's doing it, with all due respect, he's doing it to Ineos and the Glazers. Not a smart plan
Why is it not smart?
because these guys don't have money. Or
But
they
they've
don't-
already told him. Yeah, but that's why it makes sense because you have to sell what you've got and you have to show us which ones are worth selling, because we're not going to sell things that we think work. You've only just got here, so show us it don't work.
Damn.
Boy.
I wish I had that sound effect. Fuck. Because wow.
Bro, that's how accountants manage, and we've got accountants as owners, bro. Accountants will sit there. Yeah, go on.
If this is what we have to do to make changes,
Very slow.
Sounds like suffering, innit? Sounds like suffering a lot.
He was right.
Yes, sweet.
But just a quick question on everyone's honest opinion. What's your thoughts on the season so far? How we're doing compared to? Are we halfway?
We are halfway.
Yeah, mad. What's everyone's thoughts on how we're doing compared to the last season and just what you're seeing this season, style of play, what you think, like, you know, is it Chile get a new contract? Has Ruben got 1 year left, by the way?
1.5, isn't it? Because wait,
1.5.
It's 18 months left.
Yeah. 18 months. Okay, so it's coming into the last year of his contract. What are we feeling about this season? Like what we're seeing on the
He should
pitch?
run out his contract.
At the moment, he's on track, because when we started, I would have said 6th, he's 6th. So he's doing his job, basically.
Yeah, he's literally just passing.
Mm-hmm. Passing
Right?
grade.
He's not. I don't even go too deep.
Getting by, but the eye test tells me he's failing. That's my opinion. He's getting by numbers, by the points on the board, but eye test tells me he's failing.
Yeah, I'm not excited, but unfortunately, I'm one of the people that said top 8 because I thought this squad wasn't enough. So he's passing. If he gets Europe, he's passed.
Done okay. He's done okay.
Done okay.
Yeah, I was similar, to be honest. I was saying even conference, just any. I can't do this one game awake thing. Like, we need some form of Europe.
I removed conference this month. I said, nah, we're not doing conference. No. Right. See, because of the 15th last season, beginning of the season, I would have said, yeah, I'll take conference just because
same.
Money-wise, blah, blah, blah. But now as the season's unfolded and there's so much opportunity to get to top 4, don't give me conference now. Don't give me conference.
We need serious purchases just to make sure we don't. Get conference.
What we need is the Lord Himself to deliver us from this perpetual failure.
Deliver us from evil.
I need to even dig into my English bag. Just the Lord is my shepherd; I shall not want. But anyway, guys, let's end it there. Maybe I'll be back. Maybe Boz will remember he's got a YouTube career. We don't know. Thank you very much to all my panelists, to the chat. Yeah.
Can I have some final words, brother?
Go for it, bro. I have no words anymore.
2025. More losses than wins.
Oh my God! This man.
Happy New Year, guys.
Okay, sorry. Let's cleanse. Let's cleanse the channel before we leave. Guys, all your struggles and your wins in 2025, keep them close to your heart, learn from them, and make sure 2026 is better. That's it.
That's the word we're going to end on. Thank you very much, Abs. Shout out to everybody. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you want to support the channel, you can become a member, or you can send a last-minute super chat. Anything and everything is appreciated. Happy New Year's Eve and Happy New Year to everybody who's already in the next year. And yeah, we'll see you in 2026. Cheers, please. Bye-bye.